Hey guys, how you all doing? If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel, and if you're back, welcome back. So, today we're going to play Trails in the Sky, The Legend of Heroes, the very first one. I have played these before, but a very long time ago, going back like 6, maybe 7 years, and now I wanted to replay through the whole series again. Just recently completed Riviera. I know Daybreak's coming out soon. Not sure when this episode will hit you and you're like, ooh, Daybreak. But we might play Daybreak alongside some of these games. Don't know yet, I might just wait it out and save it till much later on, until I've gone through all the series again, excluding Riviera, because I've just recently completed that. So we'll do Trails in the Sky 1, 2, 3, 0 as your Cold Steel 1, 2, 3, 4. It's never been on the channel before, so it'll be brand new to the channel. So, I personally, for me, I know for a while if I was to go hard on Nightmare mode, I'm going to really struggle. I'm not that well versed in this game. I'm not really all that good. I just like to play the games and have fun. So we'll go normal difficulty for now. So let's get this started. Hope you all guys enjoy the series. If you are new, let me know in the comments, talk to me. Let me know what you think. I'm all down for learning new things with this game. Like I say, I've not played it a lot, so be sure to give me all the information, still all your information and tactics and tips upon me. And if I've missed something, let me know. I'm all for it. Right, let's go. Daddy's really late. I will not put voices on. My voice is bad as it is, and if I start putting voices on, my voice is just gonna die. So I wish I could, but I might do it unintentionally sometimes, but we'll see. He even got a message from Guild saying he's at home today too. And Sheva's gone travelling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm as fit as a fiddle. That reminds me now, I've brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole, sneakers, something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewellery? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewellery breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyways, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now why don't you come have a look? What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? Well, why is my present a boy? I can't shout too much, just so you know. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Was kind of dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in a stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I would appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly, and he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair, and a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who was this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he illegitimate child or something? Did you betray Mummy? Where have you been picking up these kind of words? No doubt from Sherazade, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business, and I didn't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Oh, Luke. Huh? He's waking up. Wow, his eyes really are the colour of amber. But where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why didn't you just leave me out there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know the answer how to answer. Does things just worked out that way? Work for you? Don't worry with me, Cassius, right? Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. When you mouth like that, it's just going to make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it, wait a minute. Don't try and change the subject. Ow! Quit yelling! Alright, we're ready. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Wait, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear yell? Y-E-L-L-I-N-G. Never mind, just forget it. As I would advise, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you were in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name, you know, that thing that people call you? I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... Oh, cheers, mate. My name is... Gone to sleep again. This part's beautiful, by the way. I actually remember watching this intro and thinking, wow, for a PSP game, this is actually insane. Wasn't it called Trails in the Sky 1, 2 and 3 that were all PSP games? Absolutely mental. I started on Cold Steel, by the way, and I love Cold Steel. Big man Cassius. The Charizard. Haha, we don't know who he is yet. I think that's Zen from Calvert. The one thing I do want to get used to on this game is the augment system. I'm used to it on Cold Steel, but the early ones like this, I just can't seem to get it right. Right, guys, that's the end of it. No, I'm joking. Right, let's go. We're going to actually kick it in a high gear. Why do I sound like Roach when I say that from 7? God, buddy, please do this line. Right. Yeah, she's like, I can smell food. Ugh, it's so bright in here. I slept like a rock. That must mean Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Honestly, the playing the harmonica is so good. I guess that's a no. Well, I guess I'd better get myself ready then too. Probably. Boo doo boo doo doo. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind. What with the siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber? What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. I didn't know if you heard that. How wrong are you, Joshua? We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune now. Cheerful, yet so wistful. Like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favourite. You know what's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl's going to be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although, I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really, I believe that when I stopped finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay, I'm on my way. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right, it'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers, just like you, Dad. That means I'm going to let you treat me like a kid anymore. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Wait, what test? Please tell me you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we're mastered the skills we've been learning in training? Do you remember Shara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap! Oh, I forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I can remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. I actually don't know how you've survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shara's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat. How about Rune-style scalloped fish and a balsamic vinegar sauce? But what's that? I think that's a lot more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle, or our stomachs. You're right, I just want to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelette. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude, but I can't actually say it's wrong. Actually, I do have one favour to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Rebel News from the general goods store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition today. Got it. One copy of the Rebel News from the general goods store. Give me some money on, Daddy. If there's any left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Shahrazad my regards. Nice. So B is what loads up my stuff here now. Right, let's just... Time quartz only. Got no quartz yet. Okay. It was worth looking. Right. Actually, before we... I can't remember if there was any chests around here, but it's always worth looking. There's a standing log for staff practice. Okay. Right, we're going to go back in. Okay, there's nothing there. I'm checking for chests. It's a chest. Let me... Oh. I did not mean that. I just wanted the chest, man. Wait, that was Joshua's bed. This is Estelle's. Anything up here? No. Okay. Sound. Hey. Always worth looking for chests. I wonder actually, hang on. If... By the way, Dad, is it going to be alright if you stay at home like this instead of going to the guild today? You haven't been there for a couple of days now. Unfortunately, I have a lot of paperwork to sort out. But don't worry, I'm carrying a big enough workload that the guild's not likely to find me anytime soon. That's not exactly the most convincing thing I've heard come out of your mouth. Wow. Big Daddy Cassius is very, very busy. Elise Highway. Just wait for me to check the map. There we go. Do. Rolling this way, okay. Biddy-boo. Tell you what is cool though, that much later on I know that you get to see these like in proper 3D graphics and it's like, oh, so godly. Oh, I didn't speak then. I pressed A by accident. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. Never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck, today is our last day of training. Truth be told though, you're the one who signed up for a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Alright then, let's get it done and make it through this last hazing from Shara. You look ready to meet. Let's go meet with Shara at the Bracer Guild over there then. First, we're in the goods store. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. You're up rather early today. Did you come to buy a new pair of shoes? No, I didn't mention it. Are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Streggers? Or Streegers? Unbelievable. You've actually already forgotten why we came in here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're here to buy a copy of the Rebel News for Dad, right? Ha, of course. You've always been a big collector of these shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Streegers aren't out yet. But if you have to release this issue of Rebel News, though, I should have them around soon. Noon? That's right in the middle of our training at the guild house. We'll stop by again after training is over. Sure, I'll be waiting. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Aina. Good morning. I'm probably going to butcher a lot of names, by the way, so please be nice with me. Is Sherry here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognised as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. The Star and the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, Inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. It's a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Sherry. Brother, isn't Estelle and Joshua? This is a rare occasion for both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel the enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out of your ears like it usually does. Wow, Joshua, Sherry's picking on me. Don't worry, Sherry. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly and over naive and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an augment with some practice eventually, probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Sherry, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this. I'm just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards. Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge the bracers should have in order to function effectively. Understand? Make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. It's gone. Oh, about augments, here we go. Augments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbal energy. Sorry, I got a cough going. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processed septium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from light eaters and other everyday products to weapons, magic and even airships. In connection, this technology reform is commonly known as the Orbal Revolution. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. The Kingdom of Laburl, in which we live, sits in the western half of the Zemirian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Laburl is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology and used to develop augments. Augment technology has also been a key pillar of support for Laburl in protecting its independence as it has contended with neighbouring nations. 10 years ago, when Laburl was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of Orbal-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Laburl enjoys peace. That's all. Let's see, since we've got a mountain of stuff to do, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Sharon, how is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, it means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have both of you run through everything as if this was a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time, you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure you have your work. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. I swear down, I read stuff, sometimes like I want to say it in how I want to say it. And then it's like, no, I can't. My brain just starts going, woo! Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit at another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess I got it all worried for nothing. Well, Sudden, you're alright, all bright and cheerful still. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have it. Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there's something we need to give to both of you. Ain't it? Are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, go get one for each of yourselves. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Bracer notebook. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything that you may find and where. These kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh, please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because that's why I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of all events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door, you can see there's a bulletin board standing there. First I want you to go and check the job description posted there. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Retrieval. Spamming the button for the fun of it. Yeah. Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha. Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We're heading across the street to the Mr. Mulder's Orbital Factory and learning about how to use its services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behaviour. Okay? Cassius series actually killing my voice, there's so much talking. So yeah. Here is where you will learn how to use Orbital Factory services. In the Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use orbital arts. Arts have a wide range of effects and, if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has a long-standing relationship with these orbital factories. Anyway, it's about as much as I can explain. Leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here. No problem, leave everything to me. So what is it you'd like to know about? We'll start with orbments. Okay. Orbments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airships, engines, and so on are also types of orbments. However, the ones we will be discussing today are battle orbments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each orbment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each power. Simply put, the shape of the fixed element, slots and lines which connect them vary at any rate. That's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be opened at an orbital factory, like this. I'll take a fair amount of Sepith too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So what is it you would like to know? Orbital arts. Simply put, orbital arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at an orbital factory. Orbits are also set up so that once a peculiar quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you do is install quartz with a water elemental value. In reality, orbits are much more complex than what I have described, but I think this information should suffice for now. So what is it you like to know? Quartz has circuits made from Sepith. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise their owner's ability while simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz has been installed into a slot. However, there are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check your orbment and decide where you will be installing it ahead of time. So what is it you like to know? Sepith. Sepith are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, water, fire, wind, time and space, and mirage. Sepith can be exchanged for mirror almost anywhere, but at the orbital factory it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open orbment slots in which to install the synthesized quartz. So what is it that you would like? Okay, we're done. Looks like Mr. Melders has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some Sepith. Cheers! With that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now that I want you to begin by first making the elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbments. In your case, still, any elemental quartz is okay, but for Josh here, it has to be a time elemental. Normally at a shop, you'll be able to exchange Sepith for mirror, but for this training, you will not be able to use this series. Okay. I want to get first style. Normally I'd go attack, but if you go HP, then she'll be able to use. We'll just buy one of each. But I guess we'll find out. Slots, Joshua. Okay, so yeah, if I get this one, the HP one, I get healing, that's good. And then Joshua will get clock up soul blow. Got you. Oh, so you finished installing your quartz, have you? Since you have both recovery and attack art set up, it appears that you don't need any more instruction from me about how to do this task. If you balance your arts out between each other, like you've done so far, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your brace notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your brace notebook. Alright, our training here is almost done. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in orbits. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have. Okay, since CP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them all early on. Now I want you to use a separate and open a slot for each of your opens. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We'll go this one. And then another one. Okay, so this is telling me what I get here. Hang on. Yeah, I forget that if you put attack on, get defense goes down. But it's really weird. Like, it says -5%, but now I can just get my defense up. It's really weird. Right. I see you've managed to open one of your augment slots still. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular element, you are free to install any type of clutch you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I mention you just this morning? Haha, ha. Now you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along the lines of the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for it. How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? It just gets dragged away. Yoink! Joshua, help me! Mr. Welder, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I need to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua. All your trainers finally come down to this. The qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood? What's wrong, Estelle? Sharon? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on our head as a child? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not long ago, right? Yeah, and they even made you jot down what you read in your Bracer Guild, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells? What a relief. Oh, divine adios. I give thanks to thee for thee infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the old factory. I can finally feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in the classroom are starting to feel like a grand memory indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try and at least look a little anxious? Just so you know though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I've installed for both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Rollant sewers. The objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let your guard down, you'll be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Okay, thank you. What's this book for? It's called a monster guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Sharon. We'll put it to good use. Alrighty, then let's get pumped and knock out this test. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. There appears to be a recovery point set up over there. Let's use it for our HP, okay? Yeah, I know what that is. Sounds like a plan to me. Right then guys, we're actually going to end this episode here for now. We're 40 minutes in and we've not even done a single fight yet. So, we're going to go save this. And I will catch you guys in the next episode when we go and smash out this test. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like. Peace out. Bye.